This video, I'm going to be showing you the number one reason why semen retention transforms your energy aura. The number one thing is you become more confident. With all this being said, when you've been retaining, when you've been in the gym, when you've been meditating, when you've been praying, you're going to become, and you've been abstaining from explicit material, you've been abstaining from it. What's going to happen naturally, because this is naturally who you become, you're just going to have an energy aura that is strong. You're going to become more confident. And what does this even really mean? Because having an energy aura just means that a lot of the things that you say are very certain. You have this aura of certainty, meaning like you say how you feel all the time. And because you say how you feel, you get followers, you get people to follow you, you get people to listen. You have to realize that the person who would, let's say, when he speaks, he says things very certain and he says things very truthful in a way, he's probably going to have more people like him, because truth has people to follow. If you're speaking truth, people are going to follow you more. But if you're the person who likes to speak a lot, but a lot of the things that you're saying is from the ego, it's not hitting as hard, and people may not care as much, then you're losing a lot of points. People are not going to take your words as seriously as the man who everything that he says it in a very truthful way. He says exactly how he feels. If you can come across as a person who says exactly how he feels pretty much all the time, never sugarcoat anything, then more likely than not, you're going to get respect because you're speaking the truth. The truth carries so much more weight than lies and the ego, because the truth equals your spirit. Truth equals spirit. So if you're saying truthful things, people are going to follow you. You're going to have an energy aura that's going to transcend anything. You have to realize this. And when I talk about these habits that you do, it's just easier to speak the truth when you've been doing the truthful things. You can't cheat yourself. So if you've been meditating, you're going to become, your brain is going to process things a lot better, and it's going to hit a lot more home because you're just a bit more centered. Like, people who don't meditate, they're just a little bit off. They're not thinking as critically as they can. They're not in alignment. You have to realize this is why meditation is important, because they're letting a lot of their thoughts that scatter around their head, brain, throw them off. When you meditate, you're aligning yourself with truth. When you've been putting in physical activity, we say these things because if your energy rises and when you've been working out, you're going to be in a quote-unquote higher vibration, meaning you're going to feel better. And because you feel better, you're going to be more aligned with the truth. It's all about feeling the best you can so you can be aligned with truth. Now, the opposite of these things are not meditating, letting fear dictate your mind, not working, not getting active, becoming maybe a slouch. You're not going to increase, you're not going to be as vibrant as you can be. So your brain and your thought process is going to be clouded judgment. These are some of the things that you have to realize. And you say watching, explicit material is definitely going to cloud your judgment, because you're no longer in truth anymore. You're clouding your judgment with lust, and because you're sexualizing your brain, it's not going to hit as hard because you have clouded judgment. So if you can not do these things, if you can desexualize your brain, you're going to be more truthful, because you're not clouding. Your judgment isn't being clouded, if that makes sense. So your energy aura is going to rise. You're going to be more certain. You're going to be more present. You're going to be more enthusiastic. People are going to listen to you more because they feel like a lot of the words that you're saying is truthful. It's all about saying the truth. You have to realize this. Saying the truth is what's going to get you ahead. If you keep living an egotistical life, cheating yourself, sugarcoating things, not being super intentional and present with the words that you say, then people aren't going to listen to you as much. All the words that you're going to say are not going to hit home as much, as opposed to a man who's speaking the truth, who has confident body language, who's enthusiastic and speaking his mind and living his life as great as possible and not letting fear dictate his judgment. If you can do this, your energy aura is going to rise. People are going to sense this, and they're going to be a lot more drawn to you because they know that you're speaking the truth. They know that you're a confident and certain man, and people are going to respect you a lot more than anything else. If you're laying around, not being on your purpose, fapping religiously, you're not living a truthful life. It's very hard for people to actually follow you because you don't have any confidence in what you're doing. Confidence comes from outworking your self-doubt. This is where you get confidence from, not shouting affirmations, but outworking what you have to do consistently, doing it every single day and having evidence of you are who you say you are. This is where confidence comes from. Confidence doesn't come from all these other things that they tell you. You're not going to write 100 affirmations on a journal and all of a sudden you're going to become confident. You have to see proof. There has to be proof. So you have to do the things that give you proof, and then eventually you're going to be more confident because you have undeniable proof. With that being said, if that video made sense, comment down below. I don't care if you subscribe or not. We'll see you in the next one.